Yo, what's going on everybody? TK and welcome back to another NBA 17 rebuilding video. I'm back with the rebuilds, and in today's video, I'm going to be redoing the Orlando Magic's off-season. So obviously they picked up Biyombo, they traded for Serge Ibaka, and then they gave up Victor Oladipo. Some okay moves, but also some moves that I thought they could have done better, especially giving up basically their future in Victor Oladipo. But right now, he's still on our team, and he is a free agent, so I'm not too sure if I'm going to bring him back. More likely than not, I am. And this team is pretty good. They got Elfrid Payton. They also got Hazanya, who they drafted a couple years back. So this team's really not that bad. I think I'm going to trade Vucevic and basically just do a whole new rebuild and try to get some key players in free agency. Obviously, Orlando is in a big-name free agency market. A lot of people don't want to go here. So let's take a look at our staff right here. We need a head coach, so let's try to go after a pretty good head coach to start off our rebuild. And Billy Donovan's here. Why not give him an offer? That wouldn't be a bad coach who is good on offense, defense, and has a really good potential. Scott Skiles isn't that bad either, but he definitely wouldn't be my first choice. And okay, Tyronn Lue. That wouldn't be too bad. Let's see if any one of these people accept. Okay, Ty Lue does accept. Let's decline this and wait. What's up? Sign Ty Lue. And then decline. Okay. So Lue is now a new head coach, and we can get on to the rebuilding part, as now we have a pretty good coach locked up for a couple years. And let's send past here and see what pick we get. I think they have the 11th pick in the draft. I'm not too sure, so let's see. Let's go to mock drafts right here, and yes, we have the 11th pick, and maybe we'll move up, but if Denzel Valentine is still on the board, we might do it. And hopefully we can make a trade for Vucevic in the NBA draft and get someone for him. So I'll see you guys once I'm in. Okay guys, so here we're on the board at number 5 as we made a trade with the Philadelphia 76ers, sending away Vucevic and 2 first-round picks, which includes our 11 and then our 2017 first-round pick. So we got some offers here. I'm probably not going to accept any of these, except Chris Dunn is kind of interesting, who is now on the Hornets. But okay, Ben Simmons, they're willing to give up Ben Simmons. We already have Elfrid Payton, so I'm not too sure, and I'm pretty sure Brandon Ingram is still on the board, and yes, he is. So I'm going to go after Brandon Ingram. That is really good. He fell all the way to number 5, which is really surprising. He's obviously a top 2 player in the draft, and welcome to the team, Brandon Ingram. And so we came out of the draft with a huge steal at the pick number 5 as we traded up to get Brandon Ingram. Obviously, he was on the board, and no doubt about it, I was going to take him. So I'm going to go after Victor Oladipo, Aaron Gordon, Elfrid Payton. The future of this team, you could say. LeBron does decline to Rosen, Dirk. So we're going to have a very good free agency market. Evan Fournier, that's not a bad deal. So my free agents, here we go. I don't think I'm going to bring back any of these players because we're doing a whole new rebuild, trying to reshape this team. And let's see how much cap space we got. So we have enough to sign 1 max contract and probably 2 other normal average type players. So LeBron James coming to Orlando would be huge. He's probably not going to come. Yeah, we're basically down in his interest levels. Let's see Kevin Durant. I'm guessing we're not going to sign a big free agent, and so we're just going to go after kind of players that can help us right now, pretty young players. So obviously we don't need a point guard. Really like our point guard position with Elfrid Payton. Our shooting guard position is pretty done, and our small forward and power forward. So basically all we need is a center, and I'd like to bring in a young, talented center to base this team around. And Hassan Whiteside would not be that bad, but he usually goes back to the Heat, and yeah, he's probably not going to accept our deal. Let's see if there's anyone else down here. Yeah, there's really no one that we can bring on that's young at the center position. Because Dwight Howard, bringing him back, he's wanting $30 million a year, which I'm not going to give him that much when we got Steph Curry coming back next year in the free agent market. So a guy like Harrison Barnes would be kind of interesting, a young guy who already won a championship, would be very good on this team. Eric Gordon, who could bring in some 3-point shooting. Jordan Clarkson. Okay, so there's some pretty young options here that we can go for. And like I said, I went after a couple of big free agent players, but they're probably not going to come to the team, as Kevin Durant's still looking over roster decisions. So hopefully he comes back, and LeBron goes to the Heat. Okay, and Harrison Barnes, Kevin Durant, and Hassan Whiteside are signing other places. And I don't think I'm going to sign Harrison Barnes because we already have Brent Ingram on the team and Eric Gordon, welcome to the team. And Hassan and Kevin Durant go back to the original team. So we can sign a guy like Dwayne Wade. Actually, I'm not going to sign that. That would be pretty dumb because he's getting up there in age. But a guy like DeMar DeRozan wouldn't be that bad. We'll give him a player option as well. Let's see. He's probably not going to come. Al Horford wouldn't be a bad deal. A nice pick and roll player to pair around these guys. And they're both accepting different offers. Like I said, not a big name free agent market. And why not just bring back Evan Fournier and maybe one other guy, a big name guy. Evan Turner, we don't need anyone. I think that's it. And I think hopefully Fournier just wants to come back, and that will be our free agent market. So I'll see you guys at the start of the first season. Yeah, so this is what our team's looking like for the first season. It's filled with young talent as Victor Oladipo, Brent Ingram, Aaron Gordon, Fournier, Clarkson, Gordon, Hazonia, Payton, Morrow, Humphries, Ryan Hollins, and JaVale McGee, CJ Watson. So definitely not a bad team. I don't think I'm going to make any roster decisions quite yet unless something comes up in the middle of the season, because I really want to develop all these players, and I think we're pretty good for the future if we can maintain this team and maybe make a huge trade down the line. But I'm probably not going to keep this same team for the whole season, so you guys will more than likely see a big trade in the middle of the season. Okay guys, so we just made a huge trade with the Philadelphia 76ers to bring in Jahlil Okafor, Mario Hezonja, and a couple first round picks and second round picks. But this guy has so much potential. He is on an expiring deal, but I'm pretty confident that we can bring this guy back. And he in the season is averaging 19 and 8, and we needed a center. JaVale McGee was starting for us. Hezonja wasn't starting. He was coming off the bench, averaging 10 points a game. I said, why not go after a guy like Jahlil Okafor and bring in some firepower? Look at this starting lineup. This starting lineup has so much potential in a couple of years. Jordan Clarkson, Fournier. I'd like to bring in a new shooting guard. Hopefully get someone in free agent market. Brent Ingram and Aaron Gordon, and then Jahlil Okafor. I'm so pumped right now, and Jahlil Okafor hopefully can do pretty well for our team. At the end of the season, Russell Westbrook wins MVP. Ben Simmons wins Rookie of the Year. Knight wins Sixth Man. Millsap wins Defensive Player of the Year. Russell wins Most Improved. And Steve Kerr wins Coach of the Year. So go through all NBA first team right here. We got no one on here, but let's go to the all rookie first team. Okay, so no Ingram in any of the rookie teams, so that's kind of surprising. Taking a quick look at the standings, we did win so many games at the end of the season as we finished with a 35-47 record, and we win 8-2 in our last 10 games, which is so good. And hopefully we can do that next season as Jahlil averaged 19 and 9, Fournier 17, Ingram 14, still really good consistent rookie season. Clarkson with 12 and Victor Oladipo with 12. So I'm excited for the future, man. This team is going to be really good. Hopefully next year, if we can bring in one big name free agency guy, and it looks like Golden State in Portland, and it looks like Golden State in Miami, and Steph Curry wins Finals MVP. Man, if we could sign two guys, that's about it. Gordon Hayward. See, I don't think we need Gordon Hayward, but let's see. Kyle Lowry, okay, Paul Millsap, Chris Paul. I'm hoping that Chris Paul comes to the team. That's a guy I want. And Kyle Lowry does come to the team, and we can sign both of these players. Welcome. Wait, what? Did we not sign Kyle Lowry? Okay, we did. I thought we lost him for a second. Welcome to the team. Now we got that guy we can build our team around with all of these young talent, and I'll see you guys at the start of season number 2. This is what this team is looking like for season number 2. Kyle Lowry, Okafor, Gordon, Fournier, Brandon Ingram, Eric Gordon, Clarkson, Payton, Dwight Powell, Tiago Splitter, Wesley Johnson, PJ Tucker, and Tim Hardaway Jr. So since we brought in Kyle Lowry, that makes us have a decision to face. Actually, it really doesn't, because we can move Clarkson to the shooting guard position, and that would solve everything, as Elfrid Payton would be a very reliable backup player. So where is Jordan Clarkson? Right here. Let's edit him, and I think he goes up if you change him to shooting guard anyways, and we wouldn't have that log jam there at point guard with Elfrid Payton, Kyle Lowry. So There we go. He is now, okay, so he does go up. He goes up to an 80, so that's pretty cool to see. And now our roster is set. Kyle Lowry, Evan Fournier, Brandon Ingram, Aaron Gordon, Jaleel Okafor, with Clarkson, Eric Gordon, Peyton, Dwight Powell, PJ Tucker, Wesley Johnson, Thiago Splitter, and Tim Hardaway Jr. So this team is not set quite yet. I'm surprised that Kyle Lowry did come into the team, but this team is not set. We still have so many more things to do, and you guys might see a trade during the season. So I was at the trade finder just looking through some trades, and I saw Julius Randle, and they just won a 2019 first round pick in Tim Hardaway Jr., and they're giving us a second round swap pick with the team. So this is a very good trade right here, and I'm obviously going to accept this. So we just made a trade with the Boston Celtics to bring in Marcus Smart, who's a very good defensive player, as Elfrid Payton was averaging 2 points, 2 assists, and a couple of rebounds. He really wasn't cutting the deal. So we bring in a defensive player, guy like Marcus Smart, who's averaging 10, 4, and 6. We made some pretty good decisions here at the trade deadline, and Julius Randle and Marcus Smart are now on the same team. And I'm excited what the future holds. And we are sitting with a 7th in the conference and a 28-30 record. So I'll see you guys. Westbrook wins back-to-back MVPs at the end of the season. Gary wins Rookie of the Year. Vucevic on the Philadelphia 76ers wins 6-man. Paul Millsap wins Defensive Player. Jennings wins Most Improved. And Snyder wins Coach of the Year. So coming to the end of the season, taking a look at the standings, we did finish 6th in the conference with a 46-36 record. We basically finished 4th as there were 3-way ties between the Bulls, Raptors, and us. So still a very good season. Okafor, again, that was a huge trade we went out to get. 23 and 10 for him. Lowry 18 and 7. Fournier with 15. Clarkson with 12. Ingram, who's out 6 to 8 weeks, is going to hurt us. And then Marcus Smart with a day-to-day average 10, 4, and 5. So not a bad. Oh, let's take a look at what Randle averaged. So let's go to player stats right here. It looks like he's injured also day-to-day. He averaged 8 and 10. That's what you're going to get out of Randle. I wish he averaged like 10 and 12, somewhere around there. But still a very solid season for all of our players, as in the first round matchup, we're going up against the Washington Wizards as they go up 2-0. I don't see us winning a playoff series here, as we do get swept as they had Mirotic. Okay, so they had a pretty good team. Definitely, I think, not better than ours, but it's good to get these young guys some playoff experience. Obviously, Kyle Lowry and Marcus Smart have been in the playoffs and obviously experienced that. But most of these players like Okafor, Clarkson, Randle, most of these guys have not experienced. Aaron Gordon have experienced playoff basketball. So pretty good to get in the playoffs in our second season. Still got so much more room to grow with this team. But at least our players got some playoff minutes, see what the players are all about. And Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder win the championship. Alex Len, okay. So Eric Gordon, and that's all I'm going to sign right now. Who else? Julius Randle wants to come back on a 4-year, $96 million deal. We can sign Gordon, but can't sign. Okay, so we can't sign Clarkson, but we can sign Gordon, so that's a good thing. And I think we're ready to start season number 3. We're going to have to make much more moves than we did to the previous season, but I think we're still looking pretty good.